Good morning all, and welcome to day 3 of our virtual holiday club. So we're going to be doing day 3 of creation today, and you might have noticed I've changed location. I'm actually down at the allotments near where I live, and I'm actually sitting at the moment on my dad's allotment, trying not to squeeze or squash his nasturtiums that are actually behind me. I had a look round actually when I came down. I can often put it this way, I often come down because I walk the dogs behind me on the field, but I don't often come in. And since I was last in, the sunflower here has grown quite a bit. Now my dad's quite tall, he's about 6'3", and actually I think that sunflower's beaten him as well. So we're going to have to see how tall it is when it comes out. I might have to let you guys know. But on that thought, have any of you actually grown some sunflowers at home? We have in our garden, but they're only about as tall as me and Jess, so they're not that tall at all. But anyway, day 3. Now what was the challenge I did for you or asked you yesterday? It was the wind vane, wasn't it? So I've now got to carefully get up and go down here. We made ours yesterday. Here we go. And actually it's a little bit windy this morning. So there's our wind vane. So I've got it north, south, east and west. Never eat shredded wheat, just in case you ever forget. And there's my wind vane. So I hope yours went nearly as well. So I'm going to put it down here. I put it next to the sunflower. That's probably quite a good idea, isn't it? So day 3, day 1, what did we do on day 1? Day 1 we did light and dark. Day 2 we did the sea and the sky. So this must be day 3, which is why I'm down at the allotment. This is what happened on day 3. The Bible tells us, then God said, let all the water under the sky be gathered together so that dry land will appear. And it happened. God named the dry land earth. He named the water that was gathered together seas. And God saw that this was good. Then God said, let the earth produce plants. Some plants will make grain for seeds. Others will make fruit with seeds in it. Every seed will produce more of its own kind of plant. And it happened. The earth produced plants. Some plants had grain for seed. The trees made fruit with seeds in it. Each seed grew its own kind of plant. God saw that all this was good. Evening passed and morning came. This was the 3rd day. Now, there were mountains, there were fields, there were springs, there were rivers, there were caves, there was grassland, there were plants, there was absolutely everything. So I thought that we would just stick to one thing, and we're going to make this one here. Now you might hear some noise in the background. My dad's actually down here watering, so you might even get to see a glimpse of him as well, or the watering can. Here we go. So I've got your plate, and we're going to halve it but the other way round. So this is quite a challenge. I'm amongst the onions here. Can you see the onions, Jess, when you're doing this? So what in front of me are onions, just here. Or they're leeks, my dad said. These are leeks, which are a type of onion. They're just very long. Then over there's some beetroot. I think to the right of Jess while I'm doing this, Jess, you could have a tour, couldn't you? To the right of Jess, there are some black currants. You might be able to see some black currants on them. And behind the black currants is the rhubarb. So you don't eat the leaves, you eat the stalks. Again, that grows out of the ground. And then I know that over here there are some runner beans, and I'm not quite sure. There's some raspberries down there, but anyway, let's have a look. Here we go. So there's my sky. I thought I'd nearly forgotten to bring my paintbrushes down with me, and that would have been a bit of a nightmare today, wouldn't it? And I'm just going to go and do my land. Here we go. Now I talked, didn't I, the last couple of days about actually doing this on a collage of different colour paper, and you know what I did when I came to get down here today? I completely forgot about that. So I might have to tackle that perhaps for the end of the week. Yeah, right, let's have a look. There's my green. I'm going to get covered here. Thank goodness there's water on the allotment so I can wash my hands. There we go. So it looks just like that. Now we need to put some flowers on. So what I've done, let me have a little look in my magic box. Got my magic box again. I have got some pipe cleaners, and I've just cut them down a bit smaller. But again, you could use anything. You could use sticks, you could use just some cardboard paper, you could use absolutely anything. And all you need to do, let me do it this way round, is you just need to put some glue on. Now I do find with the pipe cleaners, guys, they do often, you have to hold them down because they take ages to stick. So don't just go, oh, it's stuck, and then wave your plate round or try and hang it up, because believe you me, they will all just go flying off. So I'll show you in a minute when I do this. Okay, so if you have a look, I'm going to put one there, but as you can see, they take a little while to stick, and it's quite hot today when I'm doing this. The glue is actually drying almost before I put it on. So I've got those, and let's have a look and see what I've got in here. I've got some flower stickers, so I'm just going to carefully take, oh, that's, here we go. Let's take one off. There's one there, and I'll show this in a minute. That was a blue one. And again, you could just cut out some flower shapes from some paper. If you haven't got coloured paper or cards, you can then just colour them in. I'm doing the easy option down here, and you wouldn't want to see me colouring in for hours, even though actually I do prefer colouring. So let me get up. Oh, here we go. So there's your plate from today. Sort of matches that one vaguely, doesn't it? It's not that bad. So I'm going to put that carefully down here. Now, what do you think of the allotment? I was going to show you what else was here. There's some runner beans. I do like my runner beans. And I think, I don't know what they are there. I reckon they're courgettes down there. Courgettes make fantastic soup. As you can see, there's a lot of people walking around. Now, I'm going to just get just a pause, and I'm going to go get some earth to do the next activity. Okay, guys. I thought, as we were talking about plants, that we could actually plant our own miniature garden. So I've just moved around to a bed where my dad had some of early potatoes, and he's dug them up. So I've put in my dish, this is all you need, it's a dish just like this, it doesn't need any bigger, it can be if you like. I've put some earth. And I'm just going to show you some ideas of what you can put in here. It's not going to be perfect, but I just thought I'd show you a few ideas. So I thought in your garden, you might need some grass. So we're going to put some grass down. Okay, there we go. There was some grass. Also, I thought we could have a pond. I quite like ponds in the garden. So I'm just going to make a little hole, and I've put a little round dish, and we can fill that up with some water. I'm going to get them to pass me some water in a bit. Then, this is what I like. You could have a fence, because sometimes we have fences in our garden, don't we? Now obviously, if you dampen your earth, which I haven't done, your fences will stand up a little bit better. So let's put some fences in. So I'm just going to do some fences like this. And the reason I'm going to do it is because in here, I'm going to say it's my vegetable patch. And I don't particularly want the dogs coming to dig up my vegetables, do I? Shall I put the other fence there? Now, so I thought, here we go, I've got some little plants to grow here. So they could grow like a little tree, couldn't they, in the middle? Just like that. Oh, my fence is just falling over. Naughty fences. Then, if you're growing things, you need a scarecrow. So if I put the scarecrow over here, now him, I literally put 2 lolly sticks together and then just cut out some clothes and glued them on. Again, the fences are made out of lolly sticks, but you could make them out of sticks that you find around when you perhaps go out for a walk or something. But you know, you could literally make it out of anything. I always say use fresh plants, but you could, again, always use paper or felt, whatever you had. Now, I thought he's missing something, our scarecrow. So I've got to try and put this on. This is a green tomato from my garden. It hasn't yet turned red, so he's got a little head now. Oh, and the fence is falling over. So there is my little miniature garden. Can you see that, Jess?
Yep.
Okay, so you could make one like that. I will take mine home and improve it a little bit, and I'll put it onto Facebook so you guys can see the finished article. But we'll both actually get on that day, can't we? Well, I can do mine while you guys do yours. And remember, once you've done it, the same old address, louisa.adams@stpaulscam.co.uk. Now, final thing for today, I've got to read this so I remember it. It's your challenge time. So yesterday we had the challenge of making the wind vane, because we were talking, weren't we, all about how God divided the sea and what was above, so the sky and the sea. So I thought today, we're down at the allotment, why not look in the Bible and see how many plants you can find. Now, I could say to you guys, read the Bible from Genesis all the way through to Revelations, but you would be there till next year. So what I suggest you do is you go on the computer and see if you can find out. Also, see if you can find out perhaps some of the types of plants they had. I've given you a clue by some of the things that are around here. You might be able to find them in the Bible too. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow, which is Thursday morning. Have a good rest of the Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!